Good day all. How are you all doing? Hope everyone is doing fantastic, feeling groovy, realizing, of course, that the government really doesn't love you, and also realizing that pretty much everything you've been told since the day you were born is a lie. It is August the 17th of 2025, 10:57 a.m. Mr. Buzz is coming to you from the communist shithole known as Ontario, Canada. If you get anything out of this video, please give me a thumbs up is all I ask. And leave me a comment and please share your thoughts with me and the rest of the community. And let's get back to business here. So, I'm not going to let this topic completely dominate this channel and be the only thing I talk about, but what a flood of new people came in the last few days and subscribed and sent me messages, and wow, just blown away. I've talked about pretty much everything but the kitchen sink on here over the last few years. No topic ever got such response as the topic of gang stalking and targeted individuals and whatnot. Wild, absolutely wild. I expected to get some response. I got overwhelming, crazy response. So it's nice to see the new subscribers, new viewers and stuff. It's not nice to know that what brought everybody is something so awful as this concept of being stalked everywhere you go and targeted and terrorized and harassed and you name it. So the purpose of this one is to help people understand the best way to handle this is to not let it freak you out, okay? If you're an atheist and this is happening, I'm confused. They usually don't do this to atheists. They don't care about an atheist because he's not a threat. He doesn't believe in God. Therefore, no threat to the Dark Kingdom. There might be exceptions to that, I don't know. But every single person I've met who's had this happen to them or is having this happen to them is definitely a Christian. So this is mostly a Christian concept to discuss. But letting them get to you, well, there's a couple things that happen when you do that. You're showing the Lord you don't trust him. You need to trust the Lord 100%. 100%. If you're one of his soldiers, you're walking around down here on this earth, you're on a mission, the Lord's got your back. He's got your back. You got to be aware, you got to be alert, and you got to protect yourself. But when the chips are down, the Lord's got your back. That I promise, okay? Especially you got these marks. If you got these on your hands, those M's, which are actually W's, if you have those on both your hands, I'm not saying it's only the people with these on their hands that the Lord has their back, but definitely the people with those on their hands, the Lord has your back. You're okay. And the less you let the stalkers get to you, the better off. Now, since I started making these videos a few days ago about this, my harassment has increased, unfortunately. 2 nights ago, out on the porch, around 9:30 p.m., and just chilling, beautiful night, and a really fancy car, and I mean really fancy car, with these weird signal lights on it, and it was a really strange looking vehicle, but it was really, looked expensive, whatever it was. It wasn't something I recognized. Pulled over right directly across from my house. Down went the window, up went a phone, took a video of me, standing there. I'm not sure what they can do with that, but, I mean, he didn't even hide it. He just parked right in front of me, rolled down his window, and filmed me. What do you do with that? I don't know. I guess I'll probably find out in the near future. This isn't the first time that's happened. It's also happened downtown. You see somebody come around a corner and all of a sudden they're filming you. And you're looking at them like, what? Are you interested in me for some reason? And they won't answer. They just keep filming. Happened several times now. So my approach to this is to just smile at them, wave. Hello. Would you like me to pose? What would you like? And that frustrates them, gets them very confused, actually. because they're used to intimidating everybody they do this to. Don't let them intimidate you. Smile, wave, speak back to them, acknowledge them, wish them a nice day. That's what you do. Okay, that being freaked out and getting mad at them and running away, that's exactly what they want. That's exactly what they want. That's what they're trying to accomplish. Do not give them the satisfaction of being freaked out by their evil tactics, okay? Now, another thing I want to talk about here is waking up to this. When one first realizes this is what's happening, and that's the hardest part of it. When you suspect something's up for a while, but then all of a sudden it sinks in. Maybe it's from videos like mine or other channels on YouTube. You watch something and there's something in that video that says, oh, that's what's happening to me. And you suddenly figure it out and wake up to it. The minute you wake up to it, and this is information that I learned from Denza Mouse, and it's been proven to me over and over. As soon as you wake up to this, and you fully realize what's going on, and you now know that there's an organized network that's harassing and working on you and trying to prevent good things in your life and all that stuff. There's even destiny switching, that's really trippy. They want your destiny for themselves and you to fall on your face. They want to basically replace you as the one who's supposed to have that wonderful destiny because you're one of God's. They're trying to steal that from you. But once you wake up to all this stuff, you're fully awake, you have full realization of what's going on, the Dark Kingdom is alerted to that. I don't know if there's a bell they ring down there, ding, 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 ding. He's figured it out, everyone. He's alert. He knows, to let everybody know. Release the extra demons and go after them even more now. Waking up to it is a real event, okay? It makes them freak out. It makes them freak out. So make sure you don't freak out. Let the freaking out happen on their end. And it will. They like slithering around in secret, and they'll do that as long as they can. But a lot of them aren't actually all that talented at what they're doing, and they'll give themselves away. And sometimes they just can't help the temptation to let themselves be known because they're trying to scare you. And if they slither around in secret and no one knows they're there, they're not really scaring anybody. So when you wake up to it, they will even send different demons after you. And I'm not kidding about that. I mean, you're used to a certain level of demon. Before that, there are various types of demons and levels of demons. And some of them are super, super nasty and hard to deal with. Okay, some of them are very hard to deal with. The Lord has protected me from one of those already, that I was going to try to get the demon out of the guy because he was so obviously demon infested. And I tried to cross the street to get to him because I was going to try to cast it out. The Lord wouldn't let me. The Lord materialized all kinds of traffic. So I couldn't cross the street. And it just kept going and going and going. And the traffic light stayed green, did not turn red. Because as soon as it turned red, I would have been able to walk across. That traffic light didn't turn red. Stayed green for I don't know how long, minutes, several minutes. And I'm like, what is going on? And then finally I looked up and I said, oh, Lord, are you telling me not to go over there? That's exactly what he was telling me. So I went on my merry way. But this was a demon that was sent to get me, and he was a different level one. He was obviously different than any of the ones I dealt with before. He was super nasty, like a monster almost. Inside a homeless guy. That's what he was walking around in. Don't think of, when you see that, don't think of it as the homeless guy. If he's fully possessed, you're not dealing with the homeless guy. You're dealing with the demon inside the homeless guy. It's a totally different thing. That's why you rely on the Lord. A lot of people are out there, I got to have a weapon, and I got to have this, and I got to have that. You got to have the Lord. That's all you got to have. Okay? You carry a weapon if you want, and if you're in the States, of course, you need one anyway, because everyone else got them, so you pretty much got to have one yourself. But don't worry about weapons for the demons. Your weapon is the Lord. That I promise you. So try to stay cool about this. Try to stay calm. Don't let them get you. Don't let them upset you. Wave to them. Talk back to them. Smile. Wish them well. Say, God bless you. Watch them cringe. Say, Christ is King. Watch them shake and shudder. They don't like those words. They really hate the words Jesus Christ, the name Jesus Christ. They don't like that at all. Say Jehovah. They hate that one too. So that's how you handle them. Know that, as I say, it's all extremely terrifying when people first come to the realization. But once you get some practice in of, being kind of smug with them and letting them know you're not intimidated, that their power just starts to diminish immediately. So don't provoke. Never, here's a rule that you have to follow. And one more thing I'll say, and then I will end the video here. Never provoke the dark kingdom on purpose. Always in defense mode. Never on offense. Unless you're instructed by the Lord to do something. There might be exceptions. But a very important rule you can follow for the rest of your life. Never provoke the dark kingdom on purpose. The Lord gets very upset when people do. That's not what we're designed for. That's what they do. When we provoke them, we are stooping down to their evil level, and we're not supposed to. As Christians, we're supposed to be on defense, not offense. So thanks for watching. If you get anything out of that, please give me a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Remember that Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life.